Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe to this channel because the small details you learn here can completely change how you look at the coins in your pocket, and you never know which ordinary-looking coin could be hiding an extraordinary story. Today we are looking at a coin that many people in Saudi Arabia and beyond have held, spent, or ignored without a second thought. The Saudi Arabia 5 Halalas coin dated 1438, corresponding to the year 2016, is one of those coins that appears simple, modest, and almost invisible in daily life. Yet behind its small size is a history, a purpose, and a set of features that make it far more interesting than most people ever realize. This coin was issued during a time when Saudi Arabia was modernizing rapidly while still holding tightly to its traditions, and that balance is clearly reflected in the design and production of this piece. The 5 Halalas coin belongs to the Saudi Riyal system, where 1 Riyal is divided into 100 Halalas. For many years, Halala coins have been used for everyday transactions, especially small purchases, change, and precise pricing. By 2016, however, many people were already starting to overlook the smallest denominations. Inflation, changes in buying habits, and the rise of digital payments meant that coins like the 5 Halalas were often left in drawers, jars, or forgotten corners of wallets. That is exactly why coins like this deserve a closer look today. The year 1438 in the Islamic calendar corresponds to 2016 in the Gregorian calendar, and coins from this period represent a modern phase of Saudi coinage. The design of the 5 Halalas 1438 coin is clean and purposeful. On one side, you typically find Arabic inscriptions that clearly state the denomination and the country of issue. The use of Arabic script is not only practical, but deeply cultural, reinforcing national identity and tradition. The calligraphy style is clear and dignified, designed to be easily readable while still reflecting the elegance associated with Saudi official designs. The other side of the coin usually features the national emblem, the iconic palm tree above crossed swords. This emblem is one of the most powerful symbols of Saudi Arabia, representing prosperity, strength, justice, and unity. The palm tree symbolizes life and growth in a desert environment, while the crossed swords reflect strength, defense, and the foundations of the kingdom. Even on a small coin like the 5 Halalas, this emblem carries weight and meaning, reminding users of national values every time the coin changes hands. From a material perspective, the 5 Halalas 1438 coin is typically made from a base metal alloy designed for durability and cost efficiency. These coins were produced to withstand heavy circulation, which is why many examples show wear, scratches, or dull surfaces today. However, this also means that finding a well-preserved piece can be more challenging than one might expect. Coins that escaped heavy circulation, perhaps stored away shortly after minting, can look remarkably sharp and clean, and those are the pieces collectors pay close attention to. For viewers in the 55 to 65 age range, especially men who have lived through decades of economic and social change, this coin can trigger memories. It may remind you of daily shopping, small transactions, or a time when every halal counted. Coins like this are part of lived experience, not just object for collectors. That personal connection adds an emotional layer to the coin's story, making it more than just metal. It becomes a symbol of a specific time in life and history. Now let us talk about why such a common coin is being discussed with such interest today. In the world of numismatics, value is not determined by face value alone. Factors such as minting errors, limited production runs, unusual metal compositions, and historical context can dramatically affect what a coin is worth to the right collector. While most 5 Halalas 1438 coins are worth only their face value in everyday condition, there are certain examples that stand out. Collectors pay close attention to errors such as off-center strikes, double impressions, missing details, unusual thickness, or incorrect metal blends. A small mistake at the mint can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after rarity. Because halala coins are small and produced in large quantities, minor errors can easily go unnoticed at the time of release. Years later, when collectors examine these coins carefully, those unnoticed differences can suddenly become extremely important. Condition is another critical factor. A 5 Halalas coin from 2016 that looks almost new today suggests it was never heavily circulated. Sharp edges, clear inscriptions, and original luster can significantly increase interest among collectors. For older collectors, especially those who appreciate craftsmanship and preservation, condition often matters as much as rarity. Holding a well-preserved coin from a decade ago can feel like holding a frozen moment in time. There is also growing interest in modern Saudi coinage among international collectors. As Saudi Arabia's global influence has expanded economically and culturally, so has curiosity about its currency. Coins like the 5 Halalas 1438 are increasingly seen as part of a broader story of modernization, reform, and national identity. This growing global attention means that even small denomination coins are being studied, cataloged, and collected more seriously than before. Another aspect that adds intrigue is the transition in how money is used. As physical cash slowly gives way to digital payments, coins like the 5 Halalas may eventually disappear from everyday use. When that happens, surviving examples take on new significance. For collectors who think long-term, owning coins from the final years of widespread circulation can be especially appealing. It represents the end of an era, something many viewers in their later years can deeply appreciate. It is also worth mentioning that many people underestimate the potential of coins simply because they look ordinary. History has shown time and again that today's pocket change can become tomorrow's prize collectible. The key is awareness, patience, and understanding what makes one example different from another. That is why checking old coins, even small ones, is always worth the effort. You may already have something special without realizing it. As you watch this video, think about how many times you might have handled a 5 Halalas coin without looking closely at it. Think about how many are still sitting in drawers, boxes, or old wallets. Each one has a story, but only a few have the unique characteristics that push them into a completely different category. Those are the coins collectors search for, talk about, and sometimes compete fiercely to own. Now, as promised, let us come to the part everyone is waiting for. Under very rare conditions, involving exceptional mint errors, outstanding preservation, and intense collector demand, the Saudi Arabia 5 Halalas 1438, 2016, coin has been associated with astonishing figures in the collector world. In extreme cases, such a coin has been discussed with a value reaching up to $780,000.